Alright, so I'm just watching the final episode of Young Sheldon because, gotta finish it off at some point. And I decided to open up Twitter. Now, I don't do this often because, Twitter is a horrid, horrid place. And then between all the tweets about Donald Trump's conviction, I saw something amazing. Scream 7 is gonna have multiple killers, so let's get into it. So, of course, Scream 7. It's the film which is so divisive at the moment, so confusing at the moment, and just really random, to be honest. I'm really looking forward to it, but at the same time, I've been kind of hesitant at the same time, just because, we have Sydney back. Is Gail going to come back? Is Kirby going to come back? Are the other killers going to come back? Like, we're going to have a returning killer, maybe? Jill? And I've been wondering for a long time, what's the big difference going to be in this one? Like, in the last one, no one important died, and we had 3 Ghostface killers, and they just sort of rehashed Scream 2. In the one before that, there were 2 Ghostface killers, and it was a rehash of Scream 1. So what's this new one going to be? Because I don't think they're going to go with Hollywood again. Are they going to go with, maybe, Ghostface Cult? Because that's really what I've been thinking about ever since I read this. Multiple Ghostface killers. What can that even mean? Because to me, that instantly screams, we're going to have a load of Ghostface killers, all led by one, Stu. I gotta add him in there, okay? If Stu is in this movie, it will be the most amazing Scream movie ever. Ignore all the people online who are trying to just, entirely destroy the franchise at this point, all for hatred. This movie is going to be alright. Sure, they are taking their time with it, which is good. It means they're writing out the script correctly. They've got Kevin Williamson to direct it. They've got Nev Campbell in the lead. It's going to be great. And if they do have a Ghostface cult of some kind, that would be really cool. I mean, sure, some of it may be a bit confusing, some of it may be a bit weird, but if they do it, it will just be great, and it will just actually make a lot more sense than just Sydney's kids are our new leads, because we sort of fired our last one, so, haha, have fun with this, guys. I just think that'll be a lot more, I guess, interesting than just that. Because if they just have Sydney's kids as new leads, one, how far is this time jump that they've been talking about? Because that has been a major concern for me, considering how Sydney is how old in the new timeline then? Because Nev Campbell does not look 60 years old. How old are you going to make her in this new timeline to have her kids be teenagers or, I guess, young adults or something? Because, well, in Scream 5, she was pushing a stroller. Now, unless those weren't her kids, maybe those were her kids' kids. Maybe those kids are going to be like the Ghostface killers in this new one. Ooh, kids turning on their mother. That would actually be a good twist. Ooh, maybe I'm onto something, but no, if they actually just had, a Ghostface killer going after, 6 and 7-year-olds, that would be a bit dumb. But at the same time, if they jump too far in the future, that isn't really going to work with Nev Campbell, is it? Because she, let's face it, she doesn't look 60 years old. She looks way younger. Which I have got to say is amazing. I'm looking way older at the moment, considering I have, horrible bags under my eyes because I haven't slept in, a week correctly. But ignore that. It's only almost midnight, alright? I gotta make a video on this, alright? So it's fine. But yeah, I do think that if they go with a Ghostface cult, rather than just, I guess, going after Sydney's kids with just 2 killers again, it will make more sense, and it will also be more interesting, because, they've been talking about a TV show, they've been talking about more movies, spin-offs and all of that. If you do that, it does kind of take away the typical Scream formula, and it will just feel like they're trying to cash in on an IP which they have, which is popular. Which, I mean, is basically what happened with 5 and 6. I wasn't really the biggest fan of those. I did feel that they did just kind of shoehorn in the connection for the sake of it. Maybe they'll do that with this one as well. Maybe they'll just scrap those last two and make a sequel to 4, which is a different timeline, but I don't know how to feel about that, because this is really the only horror franchise that I can think of that has kept a congruent and proper timeline throughout all of its movies. It's the only one to be able to just go, oh, 1, that's 1996. 2, that's only like a 2-year gap. 3, it's a bit more of a gap. 4, okay, it's a bit more. 5, what, like a 10-year gap. 6, about a year's gap. Like, you know, they aren't really big time jumps like that, and that's what I do enjoy about them. But with 7, if you're gonna have her kids be like adults, we're looking like a 20, 15-year time jump, which is just ridiculous. Like, how are you gonna be able to do this and still have it make sense where Sydney's kids are gonna be all grown up, but she's not gonna be like in a hospice? But how are they going to properly work it out to the point where Sydney can still be Sydney and do her awesomeness in that franchise without just completely ruining the character again? Because, you know, she was definitely missed in Scream 6. I was about to say 5 for a minute. She was definitely missed in Scream 6. Her presence was just not there at all, which I mean, is that what they're going to do with Sam and Tara in this movie? They haven't really addressed that. Like, are they just going to go, they send their blessing, but they're sticking out of this one, guys? Are they just going to do the Sydney thing with Scream 6, which was just a lazy write-off because they couldn't be asked to pay her? Or are they going to do something else? Because, honestly, I would prefer something else because that would at least make more sense and it wouldn't just be dumb. But I don't know, what do you guys think about Scream 7? Is it going to work out? Let me know some of your theories for this movie in the comments below. Do you think Stu could come back? Because I'm praying for it at this point. Stu's the way to save the franchise. I will forever be obsessed with Stu, alright? But yeah, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel and like the video. Until next time, bye-bye.